Can't hear you.
Hi, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning,
Nice to
sir.
hear your voice. Good morning. All right. If there are any smiles in your home, please let them come up on screen. हंस रहे हो तो screen पे आके हंसो, यही बोल रहा हूँ. So I don't see anyone smiling, which means बहुत दुखी है जिंदगी में. बहुत दुख है जिंदगी. All right. Until people gather, let us do a little bit of case study. It will require you to do a little bit of analysis, which is going to be a part of your life, especially since all of you are gearing up for IT sector jobs. Some of you want electronics or core sector jobs. Great. That's great. That's also awesome. I like all kinds of jobs, man. Yeah, I like one student called me up, and I think he was already working in a company. He is working in a company, but he says he is tired of it. He wants to get into teaching after doing BTech. Is that okay? I said, yes, it is awesome. Why not? Welcome to the gang. And he wants to know how he can become a teacher. So he pinged the ways to become a teacher. What duration do you want to teach? Do you want to take it up as a full-time career? What level do you want to teach at? You want to teach at school level, college, university, individual, academy level? What level do you want to teach? So accordingly, there are qualifications that you need to clear. Good morning. Bin Laden is here. Nice. I didn't know I was teaching terrorists as well. Please change your name to something more acceptable. Oh, by the way, Bin Laden is also one of the biggest industrial conglomerates in Saudi Arabia, because that's a family. Bin Laden means the family of Laden, but one stupid idiot after the entire lot chose to take up guns and also made a mess out of the image of Middle East and everyone who wears a turban, including me. So we have a lot of gripe against that guy. People from electronics, let me update you about how the placements are figuring out. Every day we are getting some or the other sort of, what do you say, good or a bad news. Some people are still unplaced. The reason why I'm saying that is that yeah, the reason why I'm saying that is over a period of, let's say, uh, 10 years, people have thought that placements happen during July, August, September. October is the maximum. And somehow they have framed an opinion that you should get a job before DP vacation. If that does not happen, they freak out. Absolutely freak out. They say that it's already DP and I don't have a job. Like, what were you supposed to do? Are you going to buy gifts with your salary? Were you planning to go on a Thailand Pattaya vacation with your salary? Well, bad news. Even in the first year, you will not be able to take it. Even after getting the job for the first year, you're not going to get it. You are going to take at least 2 to 3 years to gather that salary money in order to go. Otherwise, if your parents sponsor, of course, why not? And if you get into the great company that sends you on site to Bangkok, why not? Or if you might get some sort of a scholarship to study your master's there, why not? But don't hurry just because you have a vacation today. Shut up. Like this entire uh, placement process was not made so that you can feel good about it. It was to figure out where you should be placed, where should be, correctly there. And you're putting a date on it. Like by this date, I should get my job. Who's writing the rules here? Okay, if you're an awesome achiever, maybe, but that's also wrong. Maybe the company that you're suitable for won't come before the vacations. Okay, let me give you an example, an option. You are getting Tech Mahindra for 3.5 lakhs per annum in July. You are getting General Electric for 8 lakhs per annum in September. And you are getting HSBC for 12.5 lakhs in January. What are you going to take? What are you going to take? Come on. What do you want? What do you want? I didn't get you. My question is that if you have, if someone is pinging me the package, I didn't say package, I said a combination of three things: time, company, and package. Okay. So time, company, and package is time is July, and you get Tech Mahindra for 3.5. Time is September, you get how much? 8 for GE, and it is time is January when you get HSBC, Hong Kong Shanghai Banking Corporation, for let's say how much? 12.5. What do you want? Okay, one new message. I think no one wants a job here. What are you doing in my class? We don't know about a job. लालची HSBC चाहिए. दो ही बंदा फोन कॉल किया और वो दोनों का नाम ए से स्टार्ट होता है. अभी भी ए वाले ही बात कर रहे हैं. Are you going to wake up in phases like फिर बी वाले उठेंगे, फिर धृतिमान उठेगा, उसके बाद में फिर और कौन डीई, फिर ईशा उठेगी. स्टेप बाय स्टेप उठते हो क्या तुम? So you don't want jobs. चलो ठीक है. सबको जनवरी पसंद हो गया. But look at the behavior of the students, your seniors. They are hyperventilating. Hyperventilating means ज्यादा सांस ले रहे हैं वो लोग. कब से? जून से लेना शुरू कर दिया. I'll show you another thing. Have a look at this. This is by one of your seniors. She pinged me today or yesterday. Yesterday. Okay. Someone read it out. Isha, read it out. It's from a girl, so I want a girl voice on that. Come on, Isha, loud. Isha, are you there? Isha, throw that breakfast out of your mouth and read it. Ashmita, would you like to read it out? Amisha? Ipshita would do it. Go ahead.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, clear.
Hi, sir. I would like to share something with you today. So, I am interning at High Radius, but Deloitte was this one company I have had been eyeing since the beginning. When the shortlisted list came for Deloitte, I was so disheartened. I had applied for almost all the companies I was eligible for till date, and all the tests went well, but my name wasn't there in the list. Out of nowhere, on Thursday, we were notified that we are having our interviews for Amazon the day after. This was my first ever interview and I was so damn nervous, but it turned out to be the first and best interview that I have ever had. I received a message today saying that I am selected for the internship cum PPO program as a reality,
Reliability.
reliability and maintenance engineer at Amazon, and I could have asked for more. Thank you so much.
It's okay. Last line.
The one thing I have learned all the while is that trust the process. It's all worth it in the end.
Absolutely. So this is what happens, guys, in the placement process. You get something for at the expense of something. Your wishes are not known to the companies that are shortlisting you or hiring you, etc. Your wishes are in your heart, but they have their own plan and program. Huh? Luck has something else charted out for you. So this girl lost, I mean, she has internship with High Radius, but everywhere else she was not even clearing the test. Not even the test. And now suddenly, poof, Amazon, reliability and maintenance engineer, internship come PPO program. How's that? Okay. So trust the process. Do not set a date. I want a promise from you. I want raised hands from all those who are going to trust their strategy, their capability, their proficiency, and their mastery of their particular skills rather than a date. मेरे को ये तारीख तक नौकरी हो जाने का है. Grow up. You are not in kindergarten. You are graduates almost. So please assure me that on no day in the year 2022 or 23 are you going to complain by saying that इतनी तारीख हो गई हमारी नौकरी अभी तक काहे नहीं लगी. None of that shit. Okay, promise me. I'm not recording it. Don't worry. It's you. Your witness is you. So far, I got 20 raised hands. Out of a class of 165 students, I got just 29 to 30 people who trust their skills. All else are trusting coconuts. What are you going to do about it? Huh? I don't want you to depend on anything other than your talent. Nothing else. Just your sheer talent and the trust in yourself. Baki sabko goli maro. 50 people, great. That's like half the, one third of the class almost. But that also asks the question like, what is the other 2/3 going to do about it? Huh? Give it up? Going by the calendar, circling dates there. ये मेरा birthday है. इस तारीख तक मेरी नौकरी हो जानी चाहिए. 60 people. Okay, I can digest that now. I think this is exactly the number of people listening to me. Others have just logged in. And if you don't trust yourself, then I can't even, I just can't drag you out of it. You're deep inside that quagmire. You're deep inside that quicksand. It's too tough. It's too tough if you're going to trust peer pressure, hostile vibes, or maybe social media on your placements. Placements are given not to you on the basis of how you feel about others. It's about how you feel about yourself, your own confidence, guys. Chalo then. Thank you all, 68 people. Salute your resilience. Hopefully you remember your promise. Lower your hands, remove your palms. Okay, this was a promise. I hereby promise that I will not set a date on my placements. I will trust my strategies and my talent. That was the thing. Okay, stop the sharing. Ayo, you guys are still kids, but stay kids. I don't want you to grow up anytime soon. But grow up in the summer of 2022, please. That cannot be delayed anymore. That's the last. Okay. Then comes animation, transition, slides. So from the current slides, and here we go. Okay, I want you to figure out the spelling mistakes here. This is also one type of vocabulary question. I'm going to discuss this and synonyms today. So first of all, a little bit of warm up. Find me the mistakes. No. Find me the correct ones. Shall I allow you to annotate on the screen? Yeah, you can put it on the screen. That's the right one, according to you. But you don't have straight lines. What are these drunk lines? सब मिला करके उसको तुमने क्रॉस आउट कर दिया हो. वाह 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 वाह. यूनाइटेड होने से करेक्ट रॉन्ग हो जाता है क्या? इधर केशव श्याम बिन लादेन ने एक अकोमोडेट को चूज किया. Don't look into anything else. No Google, no dictionary, nothing. Just your hunch. What do you know about spellings? Show it here. Choose the correctly spelled word. Only the correctly spelled word. ये कौन है? रोल नंबर 80. शाबाश. डब्बा डाल दिया वहां पे. सर्कल भी डालो. वाह वाह. शांति को तो शांति नहीं. स्क्रिबलिंग है like anything. Bhavya, remind me to start the recording after this spelling thing gets over. There's nothing to, and there are some strategies, but we'll see how that. Surveillance को 13 को 15 के साथ कौन जोड़ा? ठीक है, लंबा लंबा मार रहे हो तो. Orthopedics and aesthetics of tactics. Okay, stop. बहुत हो गया. So guys are good at spellings, I guess. So for question number 1, the problem is the extra F in A. We do say professor, but we don't write it like this. Fun fact about English is that in the entire English language, there isn't a single case where you write 2 letters and pronounce it as 2 letters. Okay. For example, do you say professor? Never. It's always professor. जहां एक F लिखा है वहां 2 बार बोला तुमने professor, और जहां 2 S लिखा है वहां तुमने 1 बार बोला. So English is that crazy language that does not respect double lettering. It's नहीं करना है आपने. Single pronounce करना है. Come on, if you feel that there is some word where there are 2 letters consecutively and both of them are given equal stress, you echo them, you stop by to speak them in a much deeper way, give it to me. Come on. You have it. 1, 2, 3. No, not a single one. There is something in the chat box. Let me check. No, it's just a list of answers by Orithro. Okay. Lecturer. All Bengali people I thought might give it a go ahead because we pronounce it like that. In Urdu also, lecturer. They say lecturer. Odia, lecturer. Lecturer. Everything is made in such a. So it's not actually A, it should be U. Lecture. I mean, I wish English was spoken, Hindi was spoken. Every letter would be pronounced the way it is written. Demonstrator. Nothing wrong, except that the E at the end should have been an O. Okay. Look at everyone's ending. The sound is same. Sir, rur, tur. But OR, ER, OR, OR. It changes. But the one word that is correct, and due to that guy who has put the big, thick yellow line on that, many of them couldn't even have read it. Never put it on the word, guy. It's always around it or beside it. Or under it is also fine. So instructor is the correctly written thing. Pediatrics ko milke qatl karne walo, you are lucky. Orthopedics is not orthopedics. Orthopedics, the A is in the wrong place. Anesthetics, the H is at the wrong place. It should be anesthesia. Comes from the word anesthesia. Ana, isti. Okay, ana is opposite. Esti means exist, the opposite of exist. You do not exist. Once anesthesia is pushed into your bloodstream, you go. So it's anesthesia. Obstetrics, it should be obstetrics. The R is at the wrong place. Now, these are medical terms. Who remembers these? Well, these are also very common medical terms that usually English speakers are used to. So that should be there. Government. Now, in government is such a funny word. 3 letters are wasted by English. E, R, N are never pronounced, but they are written. They are written. So if you are writing it, then you got to write it right. Govern. It comes from the word govern. Arna. So N is missing. It's pronounced government. Mint. Okay. Yeah, there was something about ye big ye government. That was the best pronunciation. Okay, government. But no. That is the best pronunciation for desi. Desi pronunciation of government. In English proper, we call it government. ERN is gone. Administrative, 3 people have chosen. I want to know where is the other I. Administrate. Ministerial is correct. And departmental, the R is missing. An R should have been there. Accommodate. People have chosen the single M. Now you're confusing me. Is it the single M? इतना कॉन्फिडेंस का तुम लोगों ने लिखा है, जरूर होना चाहिए. No, I was right. You cannot confuse me. There cannot be one M. There are double C, double M. Remember that. Okay. So the correct one person has chosen. इतना confidence कम है. D के ऊपर छोटा सा एक टिकिया लगाया. Surveillance, everything else is wrong. Surveillance is correct. Okay. I before E except after C. That is the funda. E before I except I before E except after C. Yeah. So all right. All right. So there is a rule, guys, that I wanted to teach you, but I'm getting the worst example out here. The rule is I before E except after C. Okay. This is the spelling rule. But here is a absolutely bonker example. I don't want to give this example because it does not follow. Yes, Piyush? कुछ कह रहे हो? नहीं, just join किया. अच्छा ठीक है. I before E except after C. This is the formula for most of English words, but there are certain cases like surveillance where it does not follow this rule. But you can write it down. It helps a lot. ठीक है. Chalo. So Aritro has given the right answer or not? No, he messed up with accommodate. Okay, sure. And also ministerial. Let's take a screenshot of this so that future generations can remember how engineers used to write. Okay, so let's go. Okay, now we come to this part called synonyms. What is synonyms? Synonyms are alternative words. What's the difference between alternative and alternate? Can someone switch on the screen? Okay. Yes, anyone can tell me?
Recording in progress.
Difference between alternative and alternate. Arijit wants to do that. Yes, Arijit, go for it. Some problem with the microphone. All right, can't wait anymore. So alternative is something that you get as an option, other option. Alternate means after every other thing. Okay, one by one. One removed from the another. That's how you say. One removed. Like एक के बाद दूसरा. नहीं. एक छोड़ के एक. That is alternate. An alternative is what do you say? Alternative. हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं उसको? क्या शब्द? No, I'm not talking about synonym. Alternatives life में भी alternative होना चाहिए ना. उपाय, some उपाय. विकल्प. Vikalp is great. That's an absolutely great word. Vikalp is alternative. So in vocabulary, alternatives can only be done using for the purpose of synonyms. For antonyms, it is not available. So let us look at the strategies that you can develop in order to solve synonyms. I don't care about these questions. There are thousands of questions out there in the testing domain, but strategies are very limited. Learn the strategies and learn some of the words. You will solve most of the questions. Okay, learn all strategies, some words, and you will be able to solve most of the questions. Strategy number one. What is strategy number one? Vocab strategies. Vocab strategies. ये वाला ट्यून संडे का 10 बजे क्या कनेक्शन हुआ करता था? ओए होए होए होए. I used to run National Geographic सुबह 9 बजे दिखाता था भाई साहब. आज तो दिन भर दिखा रहा है, कोई देखने वाला नहीं है. Vocabulary strategy number one. Blanking, it is called. I call it blanking. It's not exactly. It does not exist. Many of the strategies I have invented. Thank you. But you don't have to take it and search in the on the internet. You will not find it. Number one is blanking. Sandy Blankins. Anyone knows who Sandy Blankins is? Anyone knows the movie reference I'm using? But Sandy Blankins said They live for 100 years. Anyone? No? Come on. I thought you guys were watching a lot of movies. You haven't watched the greatest movie of the first decade of the 21st century, Finding Nemo? Thank you. Finding Nemo. That's where Nemo said to his father. But Stanley Blanken said they live up to 100 years. So I want you to do blanking. What is blanking? There was a word here, but I've left it out. I have intentionally removed it so that you give me not from these answers, not from the objectives A, B, C, and D. From your own mind, choose any damn word from your mind and put it in the box as per the feel or the flow of the sentence. When I told the soldier I had a bazooka in my bag, I remarked that I was being what? Don't look at the options. Cover the options. Cover it. Now say, I was being. You can use Odia, Bengali, Hindi, whatever your mother tongue is. There must be some thought that gets generated in your mind when you read that sentence. What is it?
Being sarcastic.
Sarcastic. Great. One word is sarcasm that comes up in our mind. We'll keep it. कहीं पे लिख लेते हैं उसको. Sarcasm, sarcastic. Yeah. What else? What more?
Delusional.
Delusional, absurd. Okay, we got more. We are getting some more. Yes. Kidding. I was being kidding. Now, chalo, I got a decent list. I got delusional. It's being a dude. Ashwin, that was almost right, except that there are two words. I wanted one. Chalo, sarcastic and, not capitals. Sarcastic, delusional, and ridiculous. And I'll not take douchebag. Kidding, absurd. I was being absurd and kidding. Chalo. ठीक है. इतना काम देगा. Chalo. Now let us look at the options. Which option comes closest to our answers? Let's start with joking from the end. Joking sounds good. Huh? अच्छा लग रहा है? Shall we put it here?
Sir, I was joking will sound
exactly. Like you cannot say I was being joking. You can say I was being a joker. You can say I was joking. But the word being is a verb. And I can't put two verbs together in the entire English language. ढूंढ लो. पूरा English language ढूंढ लो. दो verbs लगातार कभी आ नहीं सकता. Today I have given you two nuggets of information about English. Number one, you don't have a single English word where two letters are together and both of them are pronounced. Okay. Example, professor. Okay. So it's single F pronounced double F. It's double S pronounced single S. Okay. So there isn't such explicit letter sound combination, correlation in English. Second nugget that I gave you right now was that in English, you do not have two verbs back to back. Ever. I'll give you 30 seconds to rack your brains and bring out all channels and chunks of memories that you have and give me that pair of verbs that go together. Okay, someone has come up with something. Google. But two main verbs cannot be together. Google lage de. Main Google. Come on. Isn't coming up on your radar? It's because it does not exist. Yesterday I asked this question in the computer science group. One of the guys says, I'm going fishing this weekend. Like, I am going, that's a verb. Fishing, that's a verb. And yes, I got a pair of two verbs then. I said, dude, fishing, there is a gerund. It's not exactly the way you want it to be. If it was a verb, it would have been interchangeable. For example, I am fishing. Can you put another verb there? I am fishing going. No. If it was a verb, it could have been anywhere. I am fishing trouts today. I am fishing tuna today. I am fishing salmon today. I am fishing catfish today. But those are all nouns, which means Every verb needs either a noun or a complement. It does not need another verb. It will need an auxiliary, a helping verb before the verb. Yeah. And no verb can come after the main verb. Not in normal language. If you become poetic, if you put a punctuation, if you want to be, go about in a very creative manner, then you can. He came running at me, screaming, screeching, shrieking. All of these are verbs. But what is the difference? The commas separate them. Chalo, theek hai. Then can I say I was being jockey? Being jockey. Jockey is a noun. Do you need a noun there? Can you fit in a noun there? Just jockeying. Just joking is the tagline for a very prominent underwear brand. But why don't we accept it? Because that is a creative use. Like I taught you a few days ago verbs in which I told you that you should not use ing with state verbs. For example, loving is an adjective. He is a loving father, but it cannot be a verb. Okay. Like I am loving ice cream. I'm loving green tea. Can't. I love. It's a state. Okay. It can be a gerund like loving you has been the biggest mistake of my life. When you talked to your mobile phone and you said these words, that is acceptable. That becomes a gerund. What's a gerund? A noun, a verb that behaves like a noun. Okay, it's not a verb anymore. It becomes a noun. घर वापसी हो जाती है उसमें. So, jockey can be a noun, but not an adjective there. I was being a jockey, but I don't have space for two words. Out. Jovial. Jovial comes from the root word juv. And you will find the root juv in many other English words. Can you tell me some English words that have juv in the as the root? Juvenile. Juvenile, yes. Great. Juvenile is something what? Young criminals, juveniles, juvenile home. He is a juvenile. He was treated as a juvenile. Another juv. Good. A positive use of juvenile, please. Are you able to get it? No? Rejuvenation. Have you heard of this word, people? Rejuvenation. No, I haven't heard of it. Juventus. Juventus is a sports club. But it's not exactly what. Yeah, so rejuvenation, what does it mean, guys?
Renovation, sir.
No. Renovation. Novo means new, making something new again. Rejuvenation. Juvi means life. Put your life back into something. Juvenile, related to a particular part of life, right? So here is jovial, that means full of life. But it is ironical that a person who is full of life would go to a soldier and say that, dude, I got a bazooka in my bag. And here's a question for all those Call of Duty and maybe PUBG and Free Fire guys. Tell me, bazooka, what is it? Bazooka. Girls got any idea what a bazooka is? No?
I think it's kind of big gun that you have to keep on your shoulder when you have to hit your target.
Bingo, Sadhana. You got it right. What's that? Yeah. So bazooka is that big gun. God. That's it.
It can be put in the bag.
It can be put in a bag also. It's a big baggable gun. But what does it shoot? No, thank you. Does it shoot like bullets or does it shoot something else?
Missile maybe.
Missiles. God, Sadhana, you must be a good exaggerator. तू सब चीज को बड़ा करके बताती होगी. आज जा करके तू.
No, sir, it is.
Yes, what is it?
So it's kind of a missile, and
it's a kind of a missile. Bazooka is a kind of a missile. Yeah. Like क्या type का missile? A personal missile?
So if an airplane is like there, so it can just it can just harm it.
Harm
Yes.
it. Yes, harm करती है. Your definitions, guys, are like awesome. शुक्र है कि तुम लोगों का
And missile, sir.
you never have to write the meanings of the words in placement. Some multiple choice से तुम लोग बच गए.
Anti-tank rocket launcher types.
Yes, it is a rocket propelled grenade kind of thing that is shoulder mounted gun, but not for small ammo. It is for big one. But again, it's not for mortar. It is like a pointed thing going in a particular direction. It's a rocket. It's a rocket. That's it. But not the Elon Musk's rocket. It is a ammo rocket. Okay. Okay. Now I'm getting nice answers in the chat box. Rocket launcher, missile launcher. Avinash has given the best example. No definition required. Salman Bhai race. This is what you call the real life case application. तुम movie बताओ तो लोगों के समझ में आ रहा है. English बताओ किसी के समझ में नहीं आ रहा. The IQ of the watch a movie called Idiocracy. It is a 2006 movie. Idiocracy. There is a pair of people who are, what do you call deep sleep. Long sleep they have been put into a deep sleep. Deep sleep for around they go for 500 years. When they wake up, the basic IQ level is like 5 to 10. Okay, and they were IQs of 134 and 148. And how that guy became a president just because he answered the question 1 + 1 = 2. And that is the kind of society you are moving towards. Absolutely. Chalo. So what we did here was that we knocked out jovial because it has the incorrect connection. It was a good word. It was an adjective. The requirement was for an adjective. So it fitted that definition. It was an adjective. But it did not, rhyme or did not coexist or did not just click with bazooka. No one in his right mind would go and talk to a soldier and say that, I have a bazooka. If you go and you take a gun and go to a bank and say, I have a gun, and you pass a slip that fill in all the money that you need, then that will work. But here it does not. Jocular is the only word left, so we'll put it there without even knowing the meaning. This is sometimes half the strategy of the smart people. Though we don't know it, but the other options are very bad. So we'll choose this. So jocular is an adjective, and jocular means a person with a kind of a humor, intention of humor. Okay, a humorous person. I was being jocular. Okay, just flippant. FLIPPANT. So if you want, you can learn language by groups. You should always learn vocabulary in groups. So one word is jocular, okay, which means humorous, but cheap humor. So we can also call him flippant. Can you come up with more words? Look, another way to do this is I go here, go to, this is in a full screen mode. And show, bring it here. Yeah. So what I do is that I take the synonyms for this and you'll find that funny, humorous, joking, jokey, jovial, witty, flippant, light-hearted. All of these are the synonyms of jocular. But jovial was there. As I told you, it's almost a correct answer, except for the miscommunication or misalignment with the word bazooka. That's the only objection that we have against it. Okay. Are you able to see all these synonyms that I have put?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is how you can go about it. Anytime you get a word that you don't know, if it is on PPT, you can immediately tag on the synonyms and try to inherit all those, not inherit, internalize, induce, induct. Okay, induce. You do it, induce. If you do it in someone else, it is induct. Then comes this thing called ostensible. Now we, of course, don't know the meaning of this word called ostensible. What do? We again put blanking into the situation. We remove it and then we think about it. Drug smugglers, dash business, importing shoes from Thailand, of all the places. What business? Don't look at the options. बगैर देखे सोचो 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 बताओ. Yep. क्या आ रहा है दिमाग में? अपरेंट तो लिखा है मैंने. तुम्हारे दिमाग में क्या आ रहा है?
Visible. Practical.
Practical.
Usual.
Usual business. कनेक्शंस वगैरह हैं क्या तेरे? तू जान गई यूजुअल ड्रग स्मगलर्स का काम, जूता मंगवाना. अच्छा, यू आर जस्ट पुटिंग वर्ड्स है. चलो ठीक है ठीक है. Usual, practical, visible. Now the guy who said visible went backwards. He already got the answer apparent, and then he walked backwards and said, "Iska synonym में क्या डाल सकता हूँ?" This is the process that goes on in the mind when you do this. Anyway, leave it. So we'll take visible. We'll take क्या था तेरा? Actual, and we'll take one more something like that. But on all these cases, first of all, you have to. We were doing last week. We were doing elimination technique. Today, elimination is a bit difficult. Why? Because the options are so close. You can't take the risk. Ostentatious. Eliminate? How can you eliminate? You don't know the meaning of this word. So, we are going to go for blanking and then matching. So, which word comes closest here to this list that you just gave me about actual by Rupsi, visible by Ashutosh, I guess. Who gave me visible? और एक क्या दिया था तुमने? Actual, visible.
So usual,
चलो
I
ठीक.
think so.
Usual. Oh, sorry. Actual नहीं दिया था तुमने. All right, visible, usual, etc. So obvious is not connecting well with either visible or usual. Okay. Blatant, khullam khulla. Can you tell me the phrase that you have heard with the word blatant most of the time? And can you also tell me whether that correlation is positive or negative? Blatant falana, blatant dhikana. Blatant? Come on. What do you say when you want to say blatant? With blatant dash for dash, he dash. With blatant disregard for rules, he
Crime
crime.
or scam.
Lies. Blatant lies.
Blatant lies, blatant crime, blatant disregard, blatant violation is the word that comes most often with blatant. And all of these are what? Positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative. Chalo, theek hai. Blatant means obvious, ekdam khullam khulla. But here, drug smuggling, dude, smuggling it by itself is like unblatant or non-blatant. So we are not taking C. Now we are left with ostentatious and apparent. Can't take the risk with ostentatious because we don't know what it means. We'll take apparent because that comes closest to visible, apparent. But that's only because that gentleman reverse engineered the word instead of going for the blanking technique. Now, what is ostentatious by any chance? Ostentatious is something which you do to show off. Okay, ostentatious display of wealth. You're showing off. Unnecessarily, you are putting on spoilers and decals and extra gizmos on your car. We don't need, the light on your wheels. But if you do it, that's an ostentatious display. Or maybe all Punjabi pop songs, ostentatious. Meri Lamborghini or whatever they sing. Okay, so that is showing off. Chalo, give me the answers for 18. No. I was teaching you techniques. So blanking is one technique that will work in 16, 17, and 18. 19, I can tell you that positive, negative, also known as plus, minus. This rule will help you. Plus, minus. What is plus, minus? The biometric, you look at A, B, C, and D. Okay. If most of them belong to a particular category, either positive or negative, then the odd one out will become your answer. Synonym antonyms, usually the odd one out is the answer. Because if one of them, synonym is already like that group in which they are motamoti, more or less the same meaning. So if they're more or less the same meaning and three of them are of the same kind, all of them cannot be the answer, right? So the last one, the odd one should be the answer. Here I have used in 19 obviate. Whatever obviate means, let us look at the options and see which one looks different. Okay, bolster, positive or negative? Positive or negative bolster? I discussed this, I think, last time. Bolster. Bolster is to strengthen. Sustain is to keep going on. Spur is to push forward. All three are positives. But preclude, it is like before you do it, you already remove it. So that is not positive. That is something that can go along with obviate. Okay. Obviate, remove. Okay. Something that is, obviate means make something clear, remove something, clarify. So that comes with preclude. पहले से ही साफ कर दो, पहले से अलग कर दो, हटा दो. That is what fits there. Question number 20 is another example of something to be cautious about. You should take precaution there. Why? In English, there are many words whose addition of the negative suffix or negative prefix does not change the meaning. The one was pricey and priceless, valuable and invaluable, flammable and inflammable. Almost the same meaning, though you have added a negative prefix. So be careful about such words, and one of them is restive, which is without rest. But restless also means the same thing. So be careful there. Relaxed is the opposite. Angry and inflamed, they are the same. Angry equals to inflamed equals to angry. Both of them cannot, one of them cannot be the answer. Otherwise, the other will say, "Mere ko kyun nahi liya answer bana karke?" So that's why you should be away from it. And here is the set of the question I want you to solve immediately and put it in the chat box. There are 4 pairs of synonyms. One of them is not a pair of synonyms. The first person to give all correct answers will receive a 10 rupee phone pay transfer. Doesn't leave. First person to put all 3 correct answers in the chat box, 21, 22, 23, is going to get a 10 rupee phone pay transfer. I know it's not a big amount, but this is the only time your education is going to pay you back. Keshav Siam just lost his 10 rupees. Satyam Pandey, you gave just one answer, lost. And 10 rupee transfer goes to Roopsi Chakraborty. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Sadhana could not. Ashish, one of. Sadhana, your third answer is wrong. Ashish, your second answer is wrong. Pratik Sahu will also get a transfer because among the boys, he's the first to give me a set of all correct answers. Chalo. Contact me on Telegram. I'll transfer the amount to you. This is for today, guys. Synonyms and its strategies. I'll send you the entire worksheet. You can solve it and you can come back next week. Oh, next week we don't have a class. So maybe in the last week of 12, 19, 26. Yep. We'll meet. No, today is 10th. So 17th, 24th. Next class will be on 24th of October. And since there is no need to travel to KIIT as of now, so we'll meet on that date, on this spot. Thank you for being a part of Career Schools initiative to place 3,000 students in day zero in the year 2023. Sorry, 2022. All the best. Bye-bye. Take care. Oh, the answer is D, D, D. All Ds. It's all Ds. Here's the answer. Take a screenshot. Solve it later. Bye-bye, people.